I want to go ahead and preface this and say that I usually don't make these kinds of videos, and when I do, it's usually to get something off my chest. So you today are going to help me process something because I just don't quite understand how the hell these things happen. So let's go ahead and build up some context so that you know what I'm talking about. At some point, United Airlines had dragged somebody off the plane, doctor, quack doctor. There's all these different articles or whatever saying that, oh, he did this and that, and I don't really care for the details. But bottom line is that the situation was handled pretty poorly, and I think that's just the bottom line of it all. So, okay, great. So once that whole thing got sorted out, or whoever won the case, or there's apologies being thrown around, and then la-di-da-di-da. So, but the point is, something had happened with an airline that shouldn't have. It shouldn't have gotten to that point. And you're thinking, all right, well, cool. So what's the problem? Then another airline recently, and this happened like a day ago or something of the degree, where a Delta airline pilot had hit another passenger or had handled rough, whatever you want to call it. I looked at the video. There is a hitting, but I don't know if it was like intentionally to be like assaulting or whatever the hell case being. But my point is, staying on track, my point is that, again, there's another airline that handles the situation poorly. I don't understand. All right, so let me just say this. I don't understand how is it that after United Airlines, right, they messed up, everything was just wrong about it, it just makes United Airlines look really bad. But nobody learned from it. Like, here we go again with another airline and another mistake and another incident, and now we have to talk about it again. When really what should have happened was United Airlines had screwed up, and then every other airlines, including United Airlines, should have sat down and said, okay, guys, look. So there was an incident that happened, so I want to go ahead and start by cracking down on these procedures. We're going to exercise this to the nth degree, and we're really going to get this ball moving. Nope. Turns out now Delta Airline is in hot water. And I don't know what to make of it because it just seems so unreal. Does that make sense? Like, I'm just so taken back by all this. It's just nonsense. I can't imagine an airline being like, la 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 la, what's going on in the real world? And then, and not realize that United Airlines just made a big mistake. And instead of capitalizing on it like a good business would have done, now here we go with a pilot handling whatever, instead of calling the authorities, or not like calling the police, mind you, but like there was some type of security there to handle that type of situation. The pilot did not need to get involved with that particular thing or just try to separate them, but just the motion of hitting, I don't know, it was messy. But bottom line is this. Again, there's another airline that looks terrible. Another one. And you know what? Before you know it, there's going to be another airline that might screw up all the same. It might become a trending theme, so to speak. And it's bad enough we already have like the NRA, NSA, NRA, I think is what it is. I don't know quite exactly, like the people that are there. With all the terrorist attacks on certain airports, with all the racial profiling, and just everything not right with airlines. Now we got people's safety as a concern, and I can't accept that. That is absolutely unacceptable. I mean, all right, fine. Somebody's going to screw up. That's just the nature of the beast. I mean, that's life. Someone's going to screw up. But how it gets repeated, that part baffles me. It blows my mind because it wasn't even so much as a year before United Airlines and Delta just did all these things. Wasn't even a year apart. So, guys, as the viewer, I need you to just listen and just help me sort through this because I can't get a grasp on it. How, again, a company that looks bad, and instead of everybody under the sun making good use of their time and being better in that way, and no offense to United Airlines, like I said, I myself, I don't really know. I wasn't necessarily there. Maybe you did have procedures, whatever the case. But again, that bad publicity just does not go away. So there's these other companies that would have jumped on it, but I know Delta's not anymore because look what happened. Now it's on the news or whatever like that with this motion hitting. It's on TMZ and oh my goodness. Help me, guys. Help me understand how is it that these companies do not start picking up on whatever. They act as though if the world is just like a totally blank slate and they have no idea what's going on. Instead of like, keeping their ear to the ground saying, oh, well, how could we be better? And I don't doubt that they are, but like with this pilot and the investigation, there was a temporary suspension. Now, I don't know if that's away now or what happened, But ultimately, guys, you know what? People aren't going to feel safe at airlines at this rate. With all this racial profiling and shit like that, hell no. I'd rather take a Greyhound. No, thank you. So, do what you will with that information. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Be careful when you're going on airlines, and it hurts me to say that. It hurts. And I've been on a plane, and I've never been a victim of that circumstance. But I don't know. I guess it's just sad to see that, you know, nowadays with all the different tension going on with the presidency and all this other stuff going on, it's a different world we live in nowadays. You're not even able to be safe at an airline. That is just such a pity. So, all right, well, you guys have that conversation down in the comments section. Let me know what you think, and thank you for listening to my inner rambling. Hopefully you guys can tune in for more next time, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and take a big nap and contemplate my life choices from here on in. I will see you guys next time.